welcome to this episode of the Self Improvement Project. I hope everybody is well. I hope you're all having a good week. I love seeing how many people are listening to this. I'm going to be honest. I would love to hear from you to see what you're enjoying, what you're finding useful, or just how it impacts on your current perspective of life. Is it changing the way you think, or is it just giving you new perspective? I'd be keen to hear. I'm always all ears. Before we get started today, I have my first ever self-paced online course that I've written. I'm releasing at the end of January, and keen to tell you about it. It's all around becoming unstuck in the space of 30 days. If you are an email subscriber, I'm giving it to you discounted. If you are not, you can always join and get a wee discount. It's not anything mind-blowingly expensive wise, but it's something that I've put a lot of work into and want to share with you. So, yes, you can pre-order it up until the end of January, but I'll be officially releasing it at the end of January. And yeah, I'm just excited about it. Today's episode is called Become a Nobody. I came across this phrase this week. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about how significant it is on your peace of mind in life, no matter how much you've achieved, to become a nobody. It's almost like the ultimate achievement for peace of mind as well as that inner peace. No expectation. Yet you've lived the life you want to. That you want to, not on anyone else's terms or living up to or living someone else's life. Now, let's dive a little bit deeper into this. Becoming a nobody. Why is it not a thing already? Your ego exists. Your ego is this thing that pushes status, that pushes you to prove yourself to the world. Your ego is the one that beats you up when you think that it's not working or you're rubbish, essentially. And your ego, a lot of the time, can be your fuel for motivation, for achieving. And this can last forever. This can be your fuel, your driving force for your entire life if you allow it. Think of it as the person driving the car. They are the one that is keeping you focused on the road, but it's the road to nowhere. The issue with ego and this fueling is that it creates suffering. I'm a fan of suffering, but I'm a fan of suffering for the right things. This type of suffering is suffering for the sake of it. The way that the world is set up and society puts these expectations on you, you are suffering for that. You are your own biggest self-critic. And this ego, this identity that is associated with this ego, will do anything to keep living. It will feed anything to keep you trapped. It needs oxygen. Social media is its oxygen. Your job promotions, your climbing the career ladder, oxygen. These are things that feed it, and because we get to a stage where we normalize it so much, it's involuntary oxygen, which means that we sometimes can't ever get off the cycle. Now, the sad reality here is, to put it bluntly, you are wasting your life proving yourself to this identity. Remember, most, if not all, people in the world are in this game. I'm not here to sell you some sexy result of not having an ego. I'm trying to liberate you to understand that all you need is that acceptance, peace of mind, and inner peace. And this is a part of the jigsaw that allows you to get there. Your energy, your time, you are wasting proving yourself to this identity and ego that you are living up to. A lot of our identity can go back to our childhood and formative years within education, or maybe hobbies that we are associated with, that people who think they know us, we feel obliged to continue to live up to that expectation and feed that identity. Cutting ties, cutting the rope, pulling off the band-aid, however you want to put it, is an essential part of liberating yourself from this. Instead of stepping closer to becoming a somebody, you're stepping closer to becoming a nobody. And for that is something that is most admirable. That is something that is harder to achieve. It's going against all of your instincts. So ask yourself why. Why are you wasting your life trying to prove yourself to this identity? Essentially here, you're losing who you want to become. You're losing the identity of who you want to become. You're losing the time to become the identity that you want to become. You're losing the motivation, the drive, the passion to become a nobody. And when we get closer to becoming a nobody, and it comes back to that common cliche of everybody is only thinking about themselves, nobody is thinking about you. Only you are. And this is all part of that self-fulfilling ego. Becoming a nobody will give you peace. You are happy in your own shoes. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone or anything. So become a nobody. Find peace of mind. Find inner peace. And enjoy it. That's us today, guys. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed that. if you have any thoughts on it, let me know. I only explore these ideas on the surface to provoke thought, so let me know how it relates to you, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.